Rogers TV.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to West Talk. Today is Tuesday, January the 21st, and of course, winter is underway. Last week, I wore a Newfoundland Labrador Snowmobile Federation hoodie in solidarity with all the sad riders. This week, I looked at my closet. It's pouring, raining outside this morning, and I saw this one with East Coast Lifestyle with Bubbles on here wearing his rain jacket and his sou'wester, and I thought that's appropriate for a nice rainy January day. But don't worry about that, guys. This winter will be on the go very soon. We'll have all that snow. It'll be winter wonderland. And of course, winter brings many great events to Western Newfoundland. From the winter carnivals and to the group snowmobile rides. And today we're going to talk about two of the biggest concert events that are going to be happening in the region this winter. And really two diverse concerts. One is Jib Fest. Coming back to the area for, I think, the 14th or maybe even the 15th year, a 3-day festival with something for everyone. We're going to be speaking to the owners of that event. And as well, coming back for the 4th year, this March is Western Newfoundland's biggest St. Patrick's Day celebration, and we are going to have the one and only Chris Andrews from Shanneyganock joining us on the line as well to talk about that. And so stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this episode. All right, and jumping right into it, we've got our first guest on the line all the way from St. John's. We are connecting with the owner of Brent Mac Events, Mr. Brent McNamara himself. Can you hear me, buddy?
Yes, loud and clear. Dustin, how you doing?
Good, man. It's great to have you. We introduced you last season to our viewers as, the operator of Jib Fest, and we talked about that, introduced our audience to that. So thanks for coming back, man. I just wanted to chat with you quickly about this year's Jib Fest and some of the things I'm seeing online and get the scoop from you, if that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really appreciate having me on and getting to talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, this has been a long time. I think we're approaching 14, 15 years. My partner, Carter Snow, and I have been working on this. So, yeah, we got a lot of interesting things in the mix this year. So definitely down to have a chat about it.
Yeah, so, one of the cool things about Jib Fest is, and just, I guess, behind the scenes thing, I was witnessing your ticket sale, you're on sale, and I couldn't help but notice that you sold basically like half your tickets before you even said anybody who's coming to the event, any artist, anything, right? Like at this point, 14 years later, it seems like, people are just, it's so established. People just buy it year after year, and no matter what, they seem to have confidence that it's just going to be a great event.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that was kind of a bit of a happy accident. About 4 or 5 years ago, we kind of put an early bird tickets on sale to give people, as cheap of an option to buy them early as they could. And it went really well. And we learned over the years that people kind of know what to expect. We price it as good as we can. And of course, the earlier you get it, the better it is for the customer. So people have just grown to know what to expect and to kind of plan it early. And like I said, with the venues out there, everything, you're dealing with a finite capacity. So it is limited. People know it's sold out. So they like to get it early. So yeah, it's been really good. We have great repeat customers coming back. So we try and just get it out early. And give them the best option possible. So it's it's sort of nice how it's sort of unfolded over the last few years.
Absolutely, but you're sticking to basically, still the core, the core model of the festival, which is, I imagine, I haven't actually even asked you about this, but the block party is still on the go this year?
Absolutely. So the series of events, block party Friday night, West Street, and then Broadway. We actually just got off the phone with Golf Shots last night. We're going to add them as well. So that's another great new local business. So we're really happy to involve them in the mix. Golf Shots getting added to the block party. Saturday, we have our snowboard comp and après ski happening kind of around like a 3 to 5 time slot as the hill is winding down in the afternoon. So we did that last year, something we're really excited to build on. Basically, our comp, as we've always done it, with a few extra features this year. Then plus really just a big outdoor concert, free, come check it out in the afternoon. So that's going to be good. Saturday night, then our main event inside Marble Club Jib Fest. And then Sunday, we wrap things up with our comedy show. So yeah, it's a full weekend jam-packed of events.
Yeah, and so earlier with your early bird, you put out these passes to give people a chance to basically buy like one ticket for all of it, and those all sold out pretty quick. Now I think there's still some passes left for the main event where you're flying in, you know, a top DJ from Toronto, I believe DCR Milda, if I said that right, who, from what I'm seeing on Instagram, is going to be like the perfect hype guy for this main event. So people can still grab tickets for that as well. But then can you touch on a little bit the comedy show? I know you haven't really put out there yet the headliner, but it seems like you're getting ready to.
Yeah, we can break that right now. A little West Talk exclusive. Why not? So very excited to announce the next few days Sterling Scott. So Sterling Scott, anyone who follows Canada's Got Talent will know he was a Golden Buzzer winner this year, and he was a finalist on the show. So very funny guy based in Western Canada. Very lucky to land him. Very busy schedule now, as you can imagine, since all the success he's had. But really funny guy. I think he's going to be a perfect fit to the festival. So Sterling Scott, the headline this year. So you heard it there first, and yeah, very, very, very excited for that.
Thank you for thank you for that scoop. The comedy show is actually probably my favorite part of the whole festival.
Likewise.
Just after a couple days of like really fun events to go into the lodge and kick back and chill. You know, everybody is just by that point in such a good mood for comedy. It's a perfect cherry on top of the festival, and so and it's also, you know, universally beloved. You might not have the energy to go out on Friday night and go tear it up downtown with us, but you can certainly join anybody. People from all walks of life would enjoy this comedy show on Sunday night, I'm confident.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of my favorite encounters I had a few years ago, I remember a couple came over to our merch table and a lady was talking to us. She said, "Oh, these are our daughters. They're out here on university break. And they went to the main event last night, had a great time." We said, "Oh, that's good." She said, "What's going on tonight?" We explained the comedy show to her. I said, "Oh, it's great." And her husband came and had a great time at the show. So here's basically a full family, 2 generations getting to check out different evenings, all part of the Jib Fest brand. So that was really special when I had that. I remember that conversation very vividly. So that was a very nice chat.
Yeah, well, dude, you know, after like 14, 15 years at Jib Fest, you're like 4 years away from selling tickets to kids who are like, you know, parents who might have met at Jib Fest. So
there's been a few love stories. I know a few people that met there, a few people that got them married, and yeah, it's funny how it's sort of evolved over the years.
Yeah, really, really cool how it comes full circle, right? And just a testament too for sort of the longevity of this festival. And I love how the festival has sort of, you know, aged in a fine way, and how the sort of everything about it has elevated in terms of quality.
Yep.
But it's stuck to the roots of just being probably the funnest thing that happens in the winter in Atlantic Canada. And I think I think the title's been thrown around in the past that this is the biggest collegiate event in Atlantic Canada in the wintertime, right? Which means just appealing to that collegiate demographic.
Totally, yeah, and we see it too. I mean, as as technology advances and we do more online ticketing, things like that, we can see the demographics, and we see people just buying tickets more and more from Nova Scotia, from Ontario, coming down for it. So it's encouraging. Anytime you create something that people would get on a plane to come attend is pretty surreal, and it makes you really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty sick. And, also a well-sponsored event, some great sponsors and partners like Molson and Relic. And this year I know East Coast Lifestyle, who of course we're always are big friends of ours on the show here. It was raining so much in Corner Brook today, I had to wear the Bubbles hoodie where he's wearing the raincoat. It was very appropriate for today. But a little birdie tells me that there could be a special opportunity to get a limited edition. Maybe there's some special merch going on this year. Can you?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's another, I guess, a little hot gossip we're going to break here on West Talk. But yeah, so East Coast Lifestyle, as you mentioned, great friends of ours, amazing brand. They've really built worldwide, honestly. I mean, I've seen that all across the world traveling. But yeah, we got this very cool hoodie design this year. We should be having that posted online any day now. And yeah, it'll be available exclusively at Jib Fest and Marble all weekend. So very happy to get that out into the world.
So you got to buy it. You got to be there and come buy it in person to get it. Eh?
Yeah. We're gonna drop it exclusively at Jib Fest just to make it. It's very limited. We just did a small run for the festival, but just to make it even more of a collector's item, I guess.
Yeah. No, I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
So. So that's a pro tip. Can you say? Do you already know at this point? I know we're still like over a month away from the event, but do you know like when and where those will be available? Like, will they be at the check-in thing at Marble? Will they be at the events or?
Yeah, so upstairs, I mean, next to the 90 Pond Lounge there, next to, we basically have like a merch table / customer service / ticket / Q&A station set up pretty much all weekend. So during the day as well, like even if you can't make the events in night times, Friday through Sunday, all basically every hour Marvel's open, we'll have people there, staff. We can come ask questions, grab some merch, hang out. Absolutely.
Yep. That is so exciting, dude. I cannot wait, man.
Yeah.
That's, it's been a bit of a rocky winter over here in Western Newfoundland. The snow is not really doing what we want it to do. But I mean, by this point, I think that this festival is very strategically timed every year to be in late February, which is usually like some of the best skiing of the winter.
Yeah.
Whatever Marble goes through at the beginning of the year, it's usually over with by this Jib Fest season. So I think by this time, winter will be fully rocking and rolling, hey?
I couldn't agree more. And something else I almost forgot. I only just got a call earlier today about this, confirming the details. So we're bringing back our opening ceremonies, which is a free concert Friday night, 6 to 9 at Marble Mountain. And we're also going to work with Marble Winter Carnival to do some fireworks really to kick off the whole winter season, really. And both those festivals happening that weekend. So that's Friday, February 21st, 6 to 9, Marble Mountain. Free fireworks, free show. Check it out. Also, they're doing half-price night skiing that night as well. So it's a lot going on, and really, hopefully, like I said, free concert. I mean, it doesn't get any cheaper than free.
Yeah, yeah. People still be texting you looking for a deal, but I want you to pick me up.
Everyone is on the guest list that night.
Yeah. Oh man, yes, and of course you bring up a good point that this festival happens basically right in the smack in the middle of Cornbrook's Winter Carnival, and which does a lot of its own events and geared towards certain demographics. So I just think Jib Fest is also very complementary to the Winter Carnival. And so if there's people, of course, West Talk viewers who are all over Canada and all over Western Newfoundland more specifically, I mean, a great weekend to just bring the family into town.
Totally.
Right?
Big Talk Sam, Friday night is going to be awesome.
Oh, is that who you got?
Yeah, Big Talk Sam. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I just mentioned that, but Big Talk Sam, Friday night, free show, Marble Mountain, half-price night skiing, fireworks. So absolutely, like bring the family, come hang out. And then there'll be buses going down to downtown afterwards for the block party. So yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun.
Man, fired up. Buddy, I cannot wait. And I really want to thank you for coming on and chatting about this. I know you've got a lot on the go, wearing many hats, but we look forward to seeing you over here on the ground in February. And where's the best place, man, for people to grab these tickets?
JibFestWeekender.com, tickettide.ca. But yeah, like I said, main event pushing 85-90% sold out at the moment. Comedy tickets are moving well. So yeah, it's just really going great.
Absolutely, Brent. Okay, man, we will be seeing you in February, and it's always nice to chat with you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, and thanks very much to Brent. We are going to take a quick break for commercial, and we'll be back on the line with our next guest. Stay tuned.
We do 4 beats to call our ancestors to our circle. For 15 years, I was very involved with the community. And then one day, a tragedy happened. My 15-year-old grandson was killed in a car accident. There's nothing in this world like it. I went to a very dark place where all you can think about is the loss and the pain. And nothing else comes into your mind until one day you get a phone call and all of a sudden the light comes on and you remember, well, maybe I'll go, it may help, it may not help. But the moment that I got into the circle, and it was like a weight lifted. The culture for me, is what brought me back. My family, my friends too, as well, of course, in the community, but my culture, my beliefs, and the women. A healing circle is very powerful. You have women who have been through trauma, who at the moment are probably still going through trauma like I was, physically and emotionally. When the stick or the rock is passed around to each person they speak, it's like a piece of your pain went to each of them. And when the stick comes back to you, half of that load on your shoulder seems to be lifted. It's very powerful, and it's there. It's offered to anybody who needs it. A healing circle can be called anytime. There are a lot of things that we offer in the culture, help offers in the culture, the Women's Association, with talking circles and healing circles, workshops, different workshops that you can come to. I think if you're focused on something other than your grief, it takes away for that little, that short period of time. It gives you some relief and something to look forward to. And I think every time you do that, it gives you little baby steps back into where you should be, back into your life and back into your community's life, your family's life.
All right, and now our second guest also joining us remotely, this time from a little further away. Somebody you're going to recognize right quick, all the way from St. Pete's, Florida, where apparently it's warmer in Corner Brook today than St. Pete's. We have of Shanneyganock, Mr. Chris Andrews. Chris, you coming in?
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for taking the call. I know you're just getting a rare little bit of rest down there now in Florida, but still at it, of course, still selling tickets no matter where you're to.
Oh, yes.
Chris, this episode of West Talk, we're talking about the biggest events that are going to be happening here in Western Newfoundland this winter. And right now, from the looks of things, two of the biggest events that will happen here between now and spring are Jib Fest, which is happening in February. We just spoke to Brent. And of course, the return for now the fourth year of Western Newfoundland's biggest St. Patrick's Day celebration with you guys over here in Corner Brook. But this year, slight changes to the show and of course to the lineup. So just wanted to bring you on and let you talk a little bit about the friends that you're bringing along, first of all, for this year's concert.
Sure, yeah. Well, like you said, the last 4 years now has been fantastic. We have been, traditionally, we have gone away for St. Patrick's Day and played in Alberta or Nova Scotia or Ontario. But the last 4 years now, we've been going to the beautiful West Coast, the best coast, as you guys say, and it's hard to argue that because it's so beautiful over there. But this year we're coming back, and we got some great friends lined up. We have the one and only Craig Young going to be opening the show, who is living on the West Coast now, which is fantastic. And of course, Craig has played with Shanneyganock over the years, but before that was a session musician, of course, out of Nashville, and toured all over the world with like Terry Clark, and the band leader for Terry Clark, and played with all the big acts over the years and traveled the world. Then we have a great young band from the West Coast called Rob Lowe's Rock, from out around the Stephenville, Port-au-Port area. These guys are great, and they're just getting going. And, as I keep saying to all these young guys, give me a few more years. I need a few more years before I can go yet. So we're really looking forward to having the guys back and their version of Newfoundland traditional music, because they got a real cool sound going, and they're nice guys, and they're really great players, and they put off a good show. This year we added in one of Newfoundland's favorite young bands, also Rum Ragged. The guys are playing all over the world, representing the province and doing great things, touring all through the UK and Canada and the States. And they're going to come over for a time on the West Coast with us on the 15th of March. And then, of course, and the last but not least of our special guests is the legend himself, Mr. Bud Davidge. Bud is going to be returning. He loved the show last year. He really had a great time. And he's really looking forward to coming back and playing. And he'll be joining Shanneyganock to finish off the night. And we'll have a great time.
Ben, and honestly, looking at the poster, I truly cannot believe the lineup. And as a Corner Brooker, West Coaster, I feel like, wow, how lucky are we to get basically the top talent, in my opinion, in Newfoundland. In terms of traditional Newfoundland music, it's really like the who's who's over here on this one lineup. And even the legend, Mr. Davidge, who honestly, I knew about of Bud and was familiar with Sim and I's work. And when you first told me I'm bringing Elvis last year, just you wait and see. I didn't really understand what you were talking about until you actually showed up with Bud and the people just swarming over to him, flocking over to him, right? So, and I just love how Shanneyganock continues to also pay tribute to some of the great musicians who've come before as well, and sort of paved a way for some of what's going on now. People like Bud, who you guys are performing with as much as you can, it seems like.
100%. Without the Bud Daviges and the Ryan's Fancies and the Sons of Aaron and there's all kinds of different acts. There we know what we're all doing today. And Bud is, Bud was supposed to come with us to do one show 8 years ago. And since then, we've traveled all over Canada. We've been through the States and down in the Caribbean. And the emotion that Bud invokes from the audience is amazing. And I've never quite seen anything like it. He's just a part of our culture, and he's a connection to a lot of people, to their parents or their grandparents or, certain points in their life. And he just really brings out an emotion in people with his songs and his stories. And he's a very important part of our culture here in the province.
Yeah, I think your use of the word emotion really nails it in terms of Bud. Last year on St. Patrick's Day, he had over 1,000 people singing a Christmas song and crying, just to put it in perspective of how he can move people, right? So that's amazing. But Chris, I know that one thing you generally don't do a whole lot is, super promote your own sort of selves as well. Shanneyganock always gets the result, thankfully. People are coming out, selling out shows everywhere. But you're a hard guy to get to talk about yourself sometimes. But Shanneyganock, I think, just celebrated their 30 years, right? 30 years of doing Shanneyganock. I think that was last year. But now this year, you've got a new album out. 30 years, still banging out albums.
And we got a few more left in us yet, too. We're just the boys. That's all. We're just out doing our thing, and people enjoy it and have a good time, and that's what's important to us. And we feel very fortunate to be able to continue to do this 30 years later. And we're very happy with our new record. It's a first for us. We've always done some original music, but as a trad band, our mandate was to take older music and redo it so it would survive longer. This particular record is all originals, so people are really enjoying it. And they're enjoying the new tunes, and we're looking forward to playing some of them for you guys in Western Newfoundland in March.
Absolutely, man. I really love what you did with this album. There's something for everybody. There's proper acknowledgement of Newfoundland in its deepest traditions, songs like Twine and Needle. And then there's some, more contemporary fun songs like If You Can Roll It, which is probably my favorite. It's great to see you getting into your Willie Nelson era here. It's really cool. But yeah, man, there's something about the Shanneyganock music that really obviously resonates with people. And I think it's probably the way that you deliver these songs. In just such a fun way, has everybody on their feet. And so I know that, just to circle it back, by the way, your album is available. I checked this morning. It's available everywhere. You can go on Spotify, iTunes, anywhere now and find this music, right?
You can, yeah. We still, with our record company, Avondale Music, and with Lyle Drake and Company, and you can pretty much get our music anywhere, and you can still buy hard copy CDs and vinyl. This is our first vinyl album also. Which I
saw you had the vinyl out. Yeah, how do you get that? Do you've got to go buy it in person, or is the vinyl available online anywhere?
You can order them online, or you can get them in person. Yeah, you can get them from AvondaleMusic.com. You can get them at Fred's or O'Brien's, or you can order them off our website if you want. We will make sure you get it if you want it.
That's amazing.
It's a great time, and like I said, we feel very fortunate. And to us, it's so important that the audience has a good time. We'll only have a good time if the audience has a good time. And we can't thank everybody enough for the support over the last 30 years, and hopefully we get a few more years out of it yet.
Yeah, you definitely do, man. You definitely do. And so, these last 3 years, I guess the reason why you've decided to come back for the fourth year of this Paddy's Day show, and I like how you made reference to that for probably 25 years you would be doing these bigger shows in Alberta and filling casinos and things like that on Paddy's Day, right? But I guess it's only because the people of Western Newfoundland have shown significant support over this event that it can continue to happen, and you'll keep coming back, I guess, as long as people keep coming out.
The energy is amazing. Last year's show blew my mind, actually. The energy and the feeling in the room and the joy and the fun. It was just a great night. It's a great night celebrating St. Patrick's Day, but also celebrating our own culture. And, anytime you can get 1,000+ people together and have a fantastic time and see everybody singing and dancing and singing along to songs that are 150 years old or, yelling out songs to Bud Davidge. And then what's even more encouraging to me is seeing guys like Rob Lowe's Rock and Rum Ragged continuing this tradition, and people enjoying their music, not just in Newfoundland, Labrador, but all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said. And that's another exciting thing about this lineup, really, is you've got literally multiple generations of Newfoundland traditional music. You've got different styles. Every band on this lineup offers a very different take on traditional music, and of course is incorporating their own tunes as well. So super exciting times. I see that tickets are certainly moving nice and quick now. So where would you send somebody who wants to grab a ticket? Because I know the last 3 years completely sold out, and people are always messaging disappointed. So this year, if people don't want to be disappointed, what should they go do today?
They should go to the Civic Center. You can buy them physically at the box office, or you can get them online at the Civic Center. Their .ca, I believe it is, on their website. You can go in and get there. It shouldn't be too hard to find there, but it's at the Civic Center. I'm not 100% sure on the address right now, to be honest, Dustin. But
yeah, that's what Google's for.
If you go on their site there, if you put in Civic Center Corner Brook, you'll find it. Yeah. And we everything's getting so expensive, but we're really trying to keep the ticket prices to the same. To my knowledge, I think the ticket prices have been the same for 4 years, and we're trying to keep it there, because we understand that it's not that easy for everyone to go out, and these days it's it's a bit of a hard go for a lot of people, but we want to try to keep it to a sensible price where you can come out and have a fun night, see a lot of people, see a lot of great music, have a fun time celebrating our great province.
Absolutely, Chris. Thank you so much for filling us in on all of that. And to everybody, yes, go check out, I think it's cbciviccentre.ca. Either way, just go type in Shanneyganock and Corner Brook, and you're going to quickly find this event, which is March the 15th. Amazing show, as per always. Bigger lineup, bigger show, same great ticket price. Thank you so much, Chris. And we look forward to seeing you over here on our side of the island in March.
It's always a pleasure. I can't wait to come visit.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And that's it for today's episode of West Talk. We hope that you are running over to your computer there now to grab the last few tickets for Jib Fest, happening right here in Western Newfoundland, February 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, with something for everyone. And as well, tickets for Shanneyganock and Friends with Rum Ragged, Rob Lowe's Rock, Craig Young, Bud Davidge, and lots of fun. On sale right now at the Corner Brook Civic Center. That one's March the 16th, and I will be seeing you there. That's it for this week's episode of West Talk. We'll be back next Tuesday with another one. Thanks. Be safe.
If you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media. You're watching Rogers TV.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
The day you came to this planet, our lives changed forever.
Team Sonic on 3. Team Sonic! Dude, we got a rogue alien on the loose. We need to stop it.
You're a colorful bunch with shadows powered.
We can rule humanity. It won't happen, but I respect the confidence. Everyone's in danger. Sonic! This ends now.
You are right. This ends now.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey.
Wait, what was the question?